Is it possible to buy a home in this hot real estate market without overpaying? That's the question.
Moving forward with the Decker team. Moving forward together with the Decker team.
I'm Ken Decker.
And I'm Candace Decker St. Louis.
And we're excited to welcome you to another Inside Track on Real Estate, where we share techniques, tools, and thoughts that we all need, that we all deserve, you, I, everyone, to turn our house into a home and where our families can thrive and we can live the best life possible. So, Candace,
Yes.
what is overpaying in this market?
It takes education really to know what is overpaying, because it's an interesting market where prices may be underpriced when they're listed houses, or they multiple times or often they have multiple offers. And so you're in a bidding war, you're against other people, and it all depends on what they're willing to pay.
Right. So we hear, stories of people paying 30, 50, 90, 120,000 over asking. Are they really overpaying, or did the person set the price a little bit low, knowing they wanted to create that auction effect?
Yeah, I think in some instances they could be overpaying and some they aren't. So, for example, I've had clients bidding on multiple different properties, and we look at what's selling in the area recently, what the market is doing, and projecting for if they don't get this house, what are they going to have to pay for the same house in a month from now? And so we gauge our pricing on that. And sometimes we've done 60,000 over asking, and I said, that's probably the top. I wouldn't necessarily go much more than that. And then it sells even more than that. And they're okay with it because they're like, you know what? It wasn't the perfect house anyways. We had to make improvements to it, and it's okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think one of the fears is the market going to continue to go up? People start talking about a bubble, prices in January were up 19% over the previous January. Now, that doesn't mean a particular house went up 19%. It just means the average sale price in that month was up just over 19%, and both condominium and freehold market.
Yes, both.
So did prices actually go up 20% or almost, 19% in the last year? Probably not. Like most people are saying the market went up 9-12%, somewhere in there, but there's no specific way of telling unless someone bought a house and a year later sold that same house. Then we could compare that exact house, and considering they didn't do anything to it, and say now the market's gone up. But average price is creeping up. It was actually up over 500,000
for your average house.
That's the highest it's ever been in Ottawa.
Yeah,
and then so people say, oh well, maybe it's a bubble.
Right.
But then we compare to markets like Toronto and Vancouver, and we're still inexpensive.
Yes.
So does it have room to go up more?
Yeah.
Well, let's look at history, because history is one of the best things. You helped a client buy a townhouse in Barrhaven on a house hunting trip.
Yes.
That was about 2 years ago.
Yeah, it would be 2 years ago.
Okay, and what was the market like then?
It was just at the beginning where if you didn't move quickly enough on a property, you were in multiple offer situation. They weren't necessarily holding off offers often at that point.
Right.
However, we had to make a decision quickly. So in this particular case, we showed a bunch of houses. Nothing really got them super excited. Then one came on the market that day, and we went and saw it in the evening, put in an offer. We decided to put in full asking so that no one else could step in the way. And if we had to counter once, that may mean we were in multiples now. The longer time goes, the more likely someone else is going to come around.
So you were able to avoid multiple offers by just offering the seller what they were asking.
That's right.
It seemed like a fair price.
Yes. Yeah.
And so how much has that townhouse gone up? That was 2 years ago?
That was exactly 2 years ago.
And what's your estimate? Because it's about to go on the market.
It is. Yeah.
So what's your estimate on how much the value's gone up?
It's about $100,000.
About 100,000.
Yeah. In 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So if you didn't buy 2 years ago, you might be a little upset with yourself.
Yeah.
But like they say, there's two good times to plant a tree.
Yeah.
Or build a house.
Yes.
One was 20 years ago, and the other one is
now.
Yeah.
So
don't wait. We don't have a crystal ball, and even if I did, I wouldn't look at it. But the market history, I've been selling real estate for 26 years.
Yeah.
3 years, the market went down. 94, 95, 96. 94 was the year I got my real estate license, January of 94. So I caused the downturn in real estate. And if you can learn to help people buy and sell real estate in a down market, where, people are buying houses, and you'd say, well, it's going to be worth less next year than what you paid for it, but you still need a place to live. And it's a long-term game, right?
Yes.
Those people that bought in those markets, the 94, 95, 96, probably up, I don't even know what percentage they would be up, probably 200% from what they paid 26 years ago. Yeah. So it's a long game. It's the long game.
Yeah.
All right. So prices have gone up significantly. We're coming into the full spring market.
Yeah.
There's less inventory than there was last year.
Yeah, it's gone down. And it's really competitive in like that under 500,000, even like the 300, 400,000 market. Beginner starter homes is always where the congestion is. So you may get more for your dollar going a little bit past.
A little higher.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for those that actually have a property, like a townhouse or a condo in that starter market, ideal time to move up, because sometimes we can find a great deal in a bigger home. Yeah. And so we find that sometimes sellers are underpricing to create that bidding war, to get maybe a little over what we consider market, which then creates the new market value.
Yes.
We also have helped people buy properties through our secret list.
Yes.
What's our secret list?
Our secret list would be the exclusive properties we have in our office and in our company. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know many of our agents have helped people buy properties that were what we call off market.
Yeah.
They're not on the market yet, and for whatever reason, the seller doesn't want that much chaos, or it's just convenient, and you'll be able to buy a property at a price that is good for both people without having to fight on the market.
Yeah.
And so if they would like to get tapped into that list, then I think a phone call to you would be good.
Yeah.
At 613-860-4663. And you can help set them up on a search and look for secret houses too as well.
Yeah.
Now, one of my favorite sayings, you know what it is?
No, I don't.
Well, it's written right on the piece of paper.
Okay.
It says, don't wait to buy real estate and wait.
That is great.
That's a great saying, eh? So we're grateful to be your partners in growing wealth through real estate.
Moving forward with the Decker team. Moving